Well, households and businesses are facing the prospect of high power prices well into next year. The energy market operator has revealed a 31% increase to the cost of generating electricity in the 3 months to June. That's despite price caps on coal and gas, as well as Labor's $3 billion energy relief package. The Nationals MP Keith Pitt from Queensland joins us now. Keith Pitt, first of all, I want to ask you about this ban in Victoria. They're banning gas on all new developments and homes. Do you have a problem with that?
Well, not just me having a problem with it, Laura. I think the people of Australia and the people of Victoria will have a problem. Imagine your government telling you what sort of stove you can have. You can't have a gas stove, you have to have an electric one. I mean, what about barbecues? Will they be electric too? This is just Marxism at its best.
But you've signed up to the climate change agreement to get to zero emissions. I mean, this is all part of that, isn't it?
Well, Laura, I know people who want to cook with gas because it's quick, it works, it's great for people, particularly in commercial kitchens. But the point you just made on the lead-in, we've seen AEMO say that the wholesale price alone has gone up by 31% on last quarter. Retail is already up almost 30%. Let's call it for what it is. Labor's energy policies are a complete and abject failure. The people were told they'd get a reduction of $275. Instead, they're seeing massive increases. These policies are the quicksand, the economic quicksand in which Australian businesses and families are drowning in for cost of living.
Yeah, look, I've got to say that the cost side of things, sure, this government might be able to get emissions down, but it is not holding up to that promise of this doing it cheaply. Does this once again show that you can't do both? There is a cost to getting emissions down, and I guess the question is how much people are willing to pay for it.
Well, I think you're right on the money, literally. We saw Rio Tinto say this week they've got to write down over $1 billion worth of value because of the safeguard mechanism. Almost half or around half of your retail electricity bill comes from transmission costs. Imagine what that component will be once Labor builds tens of thousands of kilometres of transmission through farms and places where people just don't want it, so they can connect up something that only works 20%, 30% of the time. This is economic madness. It's not the right approach and it needs to be changed.
And doing a quick kind of read on Victoria, the reality is that they still get most of their electricity from brown coal. A portion of that is gas and goes up and down for renewables. But whilst you're not 100% renewable, if you pull gas out of the equation, what is actually happening in Victoria is that instead of being gas powered, it's going to be increasingly coal powered until renewables get up to speed, right?
Well, gas used to be the peaking price and that set effectively the overall price. When you have intermittent generators like wind and solar, you have an intermittent supply. The alternative, which is coal and others, when you put more fuel in, you get more electricity out. And now this is not the way that the current proposal will work. It is really dangerous, it's unstable, it's not good for the economy. And the reality is straightforward. Without gas peaking plants, you'll get blackouts and prices will continue to go higher and higher. No one can pay, Laura. 1 in 10 people can't pay their bills right now.
Yeah. You're right. Keith Pitt, thanks so much. We'll leave it there. We'll speak to you soon.